I've been living with this Aprilia Kappa Nord Rally for about 3.5 weeks. I've done airport runs, I've done school runs, I've done shopping and just general living with duties, and it's really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. I didn't really know what to expect. I'm not really an adventure bike fan. I'm not your normal kind of adventure bike buyer. I live in the middle of London. Adventure bikes don't really do anything for me, plus I'm useless off-road, so there's no real, I'm not harbouring any kind of secret, nerdy, long road of fantasies about buggering off to Morocco or anything like that. And for me, normally whenever I see a proper off-road bike, it's in the middle of Clapham Common. It's some dude who really is living out that fantasy of being Charlie Boorman or Ewan McGregor and riding to Libya. It's not really my cup of tea. Doesn't mean to say I'm not going to enjoy this bike though, and I certainly have enjoyed riding it for the last few weeks. The little old lady wants to cross the road. Let's let her alone. Come on. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Right, she's safe. She's across the road. I'm off. If you haven't ridden in London before, you really, really should. I've been doing it for years. I don't know everything about riding in London. Nobody does. That's what's good about riding in London. It is actually a lot of fun rather than just being stressful and horrible. You just have to be on your toes all the time. She's a punchy old bear. 1200cc V-twin, that bus is making up what he's doing, so we'll just hang back a bit. 125 horsepower, 80 odd foot-pounds of torque. That's alright. And look, it looks nice as well. It's a nice looking thing. There are kind of shades of RSV4 about this whole kind of nose coney bit here. Yeah, it comes with massive panniers, but for London living, you're just going to end up getting snagged up in traffic with those big old panniers. So for me, I've left them in the shed. I've got my little Friego bum baggy thing, shoulder bag, man bag, whatever it is bag, which means you can make the most of this narrow frame. Really, really easy to ride this bike. Seat height is, I'm going to say, 830 millimeters, and if I'm wrong, we'll flick some kind of edit onto the screen right now to say what the seat height actually is. But it's perfect for me. I'm 6 foot. I've got 1 foot flat on the floor now. I can get both feet on the floor if I want. Doesn't feel like a gangly adventure bike, that's what I'm saying. Even though it is a big bike. I like this bike. I could own this bike. It is horrendously expensive. I can't remember how much. We'll have to flash that up on the screen as well. Something like 15 grand. So you're way into BMW GS territory with the power, 125 horsepower, the torque, 85 foot-pounds. All the numbers are about the same as the GS. Unfortunately, including the price, and the GS just has a far better reputation and is a little bit more desirable, which is why you don't see many of these bikes riding around. It's not because they're not any good at what they do. They're really, really very good at what they do. It's just that I don't think people know that they actually exist. Yeah, fuck riding to Morocco. Let's see if we can get to Blackfriars. Look at that. Halls, sweet view of London, crossing the river. Hope riding to Libya up your ass. Adventure bike, on an adventure, in our nation's capital. I ran a Polish lady over up here once. I didn't run her over. Kind of headbutted her with a ZX-10. And it was her fault. But she still swore at me. once you've picked yourself up off the floor. Twist this. Yeah. Twist that. A bit more. Give him a shove. Do him up. Easy peasy. If you're in the market for a GS or a Multistrada or an XR BMW, I love how many little Groms there are in London now. Grom man. Yeah, if you're in the market for a big trailie, and you don't really do any trail riding, which, if we're honest, there's quite a few people out there in that market, you'd have to come and have a look at one of these. And adventure bikes are good when you want a cheeky leg stretch, like this. They're just cool. I just get them. I do like them. This active suspension is perfect for everyday riding. I'm sure if you were a serious off-roady type, you'd find something to moan about. I'm sure if you were a serious track day type, you'd find something to moan about. But for everyday stuff, I'm all for it. If we're running one of those absolutely pointless 5 out of 5 star rating systems that I've never used before, I don't get them at all. And I'm scoring this sweet Cap and Ord Rally out of 5. I'm going to give it 3.12. I have one. I think it looks good. It rides really well. Fuel light's just come on. I put fuel in it about 3 weeks ago. So it fuels well. It's a great bike. It's a great big bike.